Alpha Bro 110, 25, 27,000, egressing. Delta 1, target is 110, 25, 26,000. Sniper 4, 1 on 4, picture. Egresses on Bra 105, 22, strength 5, make 4 in trail 5 miles, 18,000.
Hello, and welcome back to another Top 15 Mods video. In today's video, we're going to be covering a few mods that I personally believe add a huge quality of life improvement to ArmA 3 gameplay. There are thousands of mods on the workshop, and some of them are absolute gems, but they don't have the recognition they deserve, so I'm here to get the word out about some of them. No doubt you may recognize a couple of these already. These mods benefit both surface and air operations and aren't specific to any particular type of mission, so you should find these helpful regardless of your playstyle. Again, these are just a handful of some of my favorite quality of life mods that, as far as I know, work actively with other mods without errors. However, should it be advised that a mod not be loaded due to adversely affecting another on this list, I will make that known. If you have any suggestions of other mods that you love, please comment them down below and they may end up on another top 15 list. At number 15, we have a very simple mod that helps alleviate an extra scroll wheel step, the Anti-Collision Light Switch mod by Feint. This won't be the only mod of his that shows up on this list. Feint has delivered some of my favorite quality of life improvement mods, and anything that keeps me from having to use the scroll wheel and allows me to keybind an action to a switch on my HOTAS or keyboard is a win in my book. This mod does exactly that. By default, the keystroke to turn them on once the mod is downloaded is H. However, this sometimes conflicts with Drongo's mods, as his action key is H as well. Feint has allowed you the ability to change the key to whatever you want through the CBA ArmA 3 control setup. If you're an ArmA 3 flyer, you're going to need this mod. At number 14, we've got Echo Soundbox Everywhere mod. My initial draw with this mod was that you could simply have it loaded and could use Zeus anywhere, to include the single player campaign and scenarios, or even in multiplayer. Zeus collaboration is allowed in multiplayer, which means multiple curators can edit the battleground together and are able to move the objects placed by each other if needed. The mod is Ace compatible, allowing for use with Ace Arsenal if Ace is loaded. The mod even comes with a built-in jukebox, with all the ArmA soundtrack preloaded, so you can change the music on the fly if you so desired. As far as I can tell, if you are halfway through your campaign or a saved scenario and reload it with this mod now activated, it will work just fine, and there will be no errors or mismatches. If having your missions go a little more your way is your thing, give this mod a try. At number 13, we've got the Realistic Autopilot mod by BlockDude. This mod is a godsend for any cast pilot who hates having to constantly make attitude corrections while trying to acquire targets through the target pod and provide ISR to ground forces below. Realistic Autopilot provides menu functions of altitude hold as well as throttle hold for those of you without a HOTAS. This mod makes it incredibly easy to sit back and ensure your guys on the ground have the best cover possible with your undivided attention. You'd think Autopilot would have made it into the base game, but no such luck. If you're a cast pilot, do yourself a massive favor and pick this mod up. At number 12, we have the Turret Enhanced mod by Fat Lurch. This mod adds a couple phenomenal features, again aiding your ISR capabilities as a cast pilot. The first and most notable feature is the constant north designation, allowing you to constantly give accurate callouts without having to refer to your map orientation or compass. Another great feature is the ability to drop a quick pin on the 2D map, which ground forces can keep track of. Should you see an enemy force encroaching on friendly forces, you can pin it on the map as well as provide an accurate callout. This enhanced situational awareness will go a long way keeping the guys on the ground out of harm's way. As someone that loves dropping bombs, the increased situational awareness is greatly appreciated. This mod also works with UAVs, and should a ground element not have air support but have a handheld UAV at their disposal, they can take advantage of this mod as well. At number 11, we have the Sullen Skies mod by EO. War zones are not a pretty picturesque place to be. ArmA maps are beautiful places in their own right, but so many times I forget that there's supposed to be a war on due to the fact that it feels like I'm on vacation. The Sullen Skies mod will help fix that. This mod changes the skybox and volumetric clouds to display a much more melancholy look and feel to your battlefields. Its key features are darker, more turbulent cloud cover and lowers the base of altitude that the clouds form at. The base Sullen Skies mod covers Altus, Stratus, Tanoa, and the VR map, respectively. EO has gone and added these skies to other modded terrains at the request of the community and has quite a few different versions available on his workshop. If you're wanting to give your missions or multiplayer server a more isolated feel that really captures the burden that warfare really is, then give this mod a download. At number 10, we have the additional measurements mod by Brett. I didn't even know I wanted this mod. I wasn't one of those typical Americans that needed his speed indicators to read in fried chickens per bald eagle. I just instead simply got used to using kilometers per hour and meters. Seeing as this game was built and designed by a European company and crew, it's all too understandable that they'd use the metric system. But as soon as I discovered the additional measurements mod, I broke out my second American flag, grabbed a beer, and switched those measurements back to good old mile per hour and feet. This mod allows you to change speed and altitude to a multitude of variables and can be done in each specific type vehicle as desired. If you're used to flying using meters but absolutely hate seeing your speed in kilometers per hour, you can change one and not the other. For my fellow aviation folks out there, there's also an option for knots. However, I don't know if it's in knots indicated airspeed. I haven't tested that as of yet. This will only change the values on the user interface of ArmA, however. It will not change the values in mods themselves, such as in the heads-up displays of aircraft. Still, this mod is an absolute gem and deserves a lot more downloads than it's got, so go give it a try. At number 9, we've got a fairly recent addition to the workshop, and I'm surprised it took 6.5 years for this mod to appear. The Arsenal Search mod by POLPOX. I know exactly where you're going with this. Yes, the Ace Arsenal has a search feature at the top. However, it doesn't highlight in color the items that have the search word in it. The Arsenal Search mod is opened by the typical Control-F command and allows you to search the left or right tabs respectively for whatever you're looking for. This is particularly helpful for the units that run a lot of gear mods for their ground forces and will greatly help speed up your builds at mission start. As a bonus, POLPOX added the ability to sort by rate of fire, accuracy, and weight, as well as impact, which is just the sweet icing on this Arsenal cake. Save yourself hours of searching and grab this mod. At number 8, we have the light blue watercolor mod by ANZACSAS Steven. A lot of people have asked me how I get such clear visuals. Well, a huge portion of the thanks goes to Steven for his reduced haze mod, which I covered in my previous top 15 list, and his watercolor changes. Steve has produced quite a few incredible mods that change something so simple you didn't even know you wanted it. The light blue water really helps immerse you into the tropical island feel. I'm an absolute sucker for pretty water, and this nails the exact look I wanted for the beaches and the ArmA terrains. As of right now, the water works with Altus, Malden, Stratus, and Tanoa. Give your visuals an upgrade they deserve and grab this mod. As well as all the amazing quality of life upgrade mods that Steven has put out. You will not be disappointed. At number 7, we have the CH View Distance by Champ. This mod is crazy handy if you're a flyer and can even benefit the guys on the ground if needed. This mod allows you to change your view distance as well as the object distance and many other graphical settings in real time as opposed to going through the options and having to restart the mission. If you join a server that allows client-side mods and they have the view distance set to low, you can use CH View Distance to push out the view distance for yourself and it will only affect you, saving everyone else's frame rate. Do be careful not to overload your hardware, as too much drastic change in graphics settings all at once with a lot of mods and assets loaded into a mission often results in a crash. So ease the settings up and see how your machine runs with it before blasting it all the way to max. At number 6, we have another top tier mod by ANZACSAS Steven, his Helicopter Dust Effect mod. This mod creates more of a brownout effect that is more commonly seen by rotary aircraft that land in austere locations. This effect is in the base game, however, it's a little lacking on the realism side. When rotary aircraft land in unimproved locations, it's what's considered a brownout, meaning everything is literally browned out around them due to the dust and dirt that's thrown up in the air. This also causes all kinds of hell for maintenance, including when the aircraft gets back to base, but I digress. I really enjoy this effect, and I believe it adds some authenticity to rotary operations, especially for the guys getting dropped off or picked up. So do yourself a favor and pick this one up as well. At number 5, we have A3TI, or ArmA 3 Thermal Improvement mod by hatenadcaffeine, Lala, and Pingopete. Now I know many of you probably saw me include this in my last top 15 realism mods video, however, I was so out of it tired after getting back from the hospital that I didn't realize I had included the wrong targeting pod footage, so that's my bad. To remedy that mistake, I've decided to include it again in this list because it deserves that recognition. Look how real these shots look. They are hashing out some of the light graphical glitches, like the blocky secondary explosions, but by and large this mod looks like the real deal. It comes with its own custom controls, which are customizable if the default controls aren't your thing. You are able to shuffle through the different modes and see the hard work they put into this mod. If you want to look into a targeting pod that looks next to the real thing, grab A3TI off the workshop. At number 4 we have Drongo's Command Enhancement mod. This is another one of Drongo's fantastic additions to the workshop. Hitting left windows will pull up the command tablet that has a huge multitude of orders that can be individually ordered to the troops under your command. Some of these advanced orders include garrisoning rooftops, healing themselves and others, or laying down suppressive fire. There really is no end to the amount of improvements Drongo's mods provides to the ArmA 3 community. It even has the ability to allow a commander to order groups of units by selecting their group and clicking on the 2D map. A radio is required for these advanced commands, however. Drongo keeps pumping out some of the highest quality mods out there, so give his workshop page a look. I guarantee he has something for everyone. At number 3 is one of the mods I get asked about a lot in my videos, and I didn't realize how much it improved my quality of life both flying and on the ground. The Headrange plus TrackIR mod by Feint. This mod is another one of those I can't live without. For those of you that don't have it, TrackIR completely overhauls your ability to look around and really immerses you into the game. The Headrange Plus mod adds an increased range of motion when both on foot and in vehicles, most notably in aircraft. This allows you to move your head in a way that looks more realistic, being able to tilt and duck down into the vehicle as well as get a better eye on your 6 o'clock. This mod is an absolute must-have and provides a freedom of motion that I never realized I needed. Even being able to move your head around a weapon is a lot of fun and feels more immersive. It may just be my personal preference, but if you have TrackIR, this mod needs to be in your mod list. At number 2 we have possibly one of the most awesome support tools I have seen in a long time. The Simplex support tool by Sceptre. Sceptre made my last top list with his amazing No More Aircraft Bouncing mod, and after someone commented suggesting I give this mod a look, I'm really grateful that I did. Simplex support takes hours away from the Eden editor and Zeus setup, as well as countless frustrations by simplifying some of the most awesome support features of ArmA 3. With the incredibly simple, easy to set up mod, you'll be king of the battlefield with so much power at your fingertips. You'll have the ability to call in artillery strikes, cast support from helicopters, and even evac should you need it. Not to mention a multitude of surface support. Requiring the ACE mod to enter the interactions, Sceptre has made it super easy to get miles and miles out of the AI and makes it look really easy. No doubt this mod took days to create, so do Sceptre and yourself a favor and go download this right now if you are a mission maker or an aspiring Zeus commander. He has posted very simple 2 to 5 minute videos showcasing the ease of setup for both the Eden editor and Zeus, and has a GitHub page that explains the finer details of the mod. You're doing yourself a disservice by not having this in your mod collection. Now finally, at number 1 is one of my favorite mods that has helped me grow my channel and has really become the focal point of my video cinematics, the GCAM cinematic mod by Jezzaroony. GCAM is a tiny mod with a massive impact. By downloading the mod, you'll have the option for GCAM to appear in your actions menu. If for some reason it doesn't, the GCAM script is available on the workshop page, and you only need to input that script line into the player unit init location under the attributes. Once activated, GCAM opens a small user interface that can open and close with L by default, which allows you to select any unit within GCAM's range, which is quite a few kilometers. Once selected, you'll zoom over to that unit immediately and begin following. You have the ability to customize the way you follow the unit, which will have a huge impact on the way your footage is captured. Zooming in increases the sharpness of the image and can help bring a more intimate look to your videos. You may also deselect the unit and have a free roaming camera that can float around capturing battles or scenes, even having the ability to slow down time to get the super dramatic slow motion effect. If you make ArmA 3 videos, you absolutely cannot go without GCAM. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and maybe even share this with others you think may enjoy this as well, as that massively helps my channel grow. I primarily make ArmA 3 content and would love your guys' suggestions in the comment section below. I do my best to read and reply to all of your comments, and your messages and kudos are a huge factor that drives the channel in the direction it's going. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.